Okay, I didn't expect to be back so soon, but Pokemon Worlds is this weekend, meaning that we'll probably get news for the next few days. I didn't even realize. But speaking of news for the next few days, they definitely just revealed Kommo-O'S special Z move. Right after we got done talking about signature Z moves for different Pokemon, they revealed one of them, and Kommo-O has one. And it's pretty dumb. Like, what? The move is called Clangorous Soulblaze, and what it does is, first off the bat, it hits both Pokemon on the opposite side of the field if you're in a double battle. That's significant for VGC players. That means that you have a strong Dragon type move that can do a ton of damage to both Pokemon at once. That's very, very significant. But the real kicker here is, on top of a very strong attack, you gain +1 in every single stat. What is that? That is highly unnecessary, Pokemon. I understand a lot of people complained about Kommo-O being underwhelming. He's not very good right now, but that's a bit too much. He doesn't need all that. You could have given him some stronger moves like Close Combat, Drain Punch, maybe, I don't know. It just, that's too much, my dudes. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. And I'm happy because I really wanted Kommo-O to be good, but I feel like this is just a bit too much. Now, we got to talk about this logically, though, and calmly, all right? Clangorous Soulblaze, it's probably going to be procced off of Clanging Scales, which makes sense considering the name. So I'm assuming that you have to have Clanging Scales on your Kommo-O in order to use this move, which means that you're probably going to want to use a special Kommo-O or a mixed Kommo-O, which means that its physical side probably won't matter as much if you choose to run this set. But because you get a +1 attack boost, you can easily run moves like Poison Jab and Flash Cannon maybe to that's on the special side, of course. You can easily run moves to deal with these fairy types. Everybody always says the same thing. I don't understand how this is still allowed to happen. Anytime a Pokemon's called broken, we can take Mega Salamence for example. Mega Salamence isn't broken, it dies to ice type moves. No shit, we all know that. That doesn't need to be said, but that doesn't make it any less broken because it's not like Pokemon is a 1v1 game. I have 6 Pokemon on my team. Mega Salamence is absolutely broken. Just because you have an ice type doesn't mean I don't have a steel type sitting right here waiting for it. Like, that logic is bad. We gotta throw that out the window. Kommo-O could very well be broken off of this. All he needed was something like this to be better. Like, it's insane. He has Poison Jab, he has Flash Cannon, Focus Blast, Aura Sphere, Clanging Scales, Outrage, not Drain Punch, Sky Uppercut. He doesn't have the best move pool, but a move like this on top of the boost, that's what makes it really, really, really dumb. He has a, these Z moves are very strong. What's it probably gonna be, like base 180? So he has a base 180 move, and on top of that, he gets a buff. It's not like you just sit there and use Swords Dance. Swords Dance puts you in, you're an open sitting duck for that turn that you use Swords Dance. You have no offense that turn because you're using Swords Dance. This move gives you an offensive and it gives you a self stat boost. That's why it's really, really good. It's like, it's just crazy. I can't believe they did this. It sounds kind of dumb, honestly. He is going to be a lot better. I don't know if he'll be OU or anything like that. I'm sure there will be ways to deal with him. But as of right now, that move is sounding pretty good. Like, I could not believe my eyes. I saw the boost coming in when I was watching the video for the first time. I was like, okay, he got an attack boost and it raises defense. Okay, so he has a move that raises attack and defense. And then I saw special attack and special defense and speed, and I was like, oh, hell no. Like, I don't think people understand the magnitude here. Yeah, +1 attack and +1 special attack is not that big of a deal, but on a Pokemon like Kommo-O, who has pretty good attack, pretty good special attack, amazing defense, decent special defense, and decent speed, it's a little much. He's very, very bulky, and people don't seem to understand that. They think that just because you got a +1 attack boost, there's nothing to worry about here. My man, how are you going to kill him? And they're gonna say, just another fairy type. Like, obviously I'm not gonna even attempt to set this up if I know you have a fairy type sitting in the back. I just don't understand why people think that. I gotta educate these people, man, teach them how to battle. It's crazy. I'm obviously not gonna set this up if you have a Clefable sitting in the back waiting for me. That's a waste. I will kill your Clefable first and then do this. Like, come on, man. And that's why these Pokemon are busted. Mega Salamence, obviously I'm not gonna send it out if you have a Weavile or a Mamoswine with Ice Shard waiting for it. I'm gonna do my best to take out your threats to my monster that I have on my team, send it out, and sweep your whole team. That's how these things go. That's why this Pokemon could potentially be a lot better, because even though it's weak to Fairy, I just set up one time. I got moves that deal with fairs. I got Poison Jab, Flash Cannon. I can set that up. Maybe I'll run Dragon Dance along with this to boost my speed and my attack further. It's just a bit much. It's too much offensive power with too much of a stat boost, so it's too safe to use, you know? Most very strong moves have a downside. Close combat, you lower your defenses. What else? Flare Blitz, you take recoil damage. Things like that. Outrage, you lock yourself into the move and you get confused after a while. This move is a Z move, so there's no downside at all. And on top of having no downside at all, using the attack, I guess the only downside is that you don't have a held item, but that's not really a downside because your held item gives you a very, very powerful move. The only it's nothing but upside, bro. Like, you use your very, very strong move, so you have a ton of offense that same turn, and you buff yourself. It's not like you're sitting there using Swords Dance, leaving yourself open to be attacked. You just buff yourself while attacking. That's great, and it's +1 in every stat. Yo, I don't think people understand. There are Pokemon that get +1 in every stat that are absolutely busted. Namely Porygon Z. Porygon Z is dumb. Like, there's so many things. Oh my, I just can't believe it. Oh man, it's crazy. Somebody on Twitter brought up Z Celebrate and how Z Celebrate doesn't make Gyarados broken. But that's because, okay, imagine Gyarados doing a stab 180 base power move and then gaining a whole bunch of stats. Like that's the broken part. That's the broken part about the move. I'm excited, but if this makes Kommo-O like really dumb, I won't be happy about it, honestly, because it's just a bit too far. He didn't need all that, man. That's a lot of stuff, man. Oh boy, I don't know what to say. Shout out to Pokemon for finally buffing Kommo-O, but this might have been a little too much. Time will tell, though. I'm thinking that it'll be very good, because honestly, that's all he was missing. He was missing something like this to make him good. A better stat boosting move, a stronger move that he could use. Clanging Scales is nice and all, but it lowers your defense. This is going to allow him to buff himself, as well as probably being base 180 minimum. So that'll be good. I can't wait to use him. It's a bit crazy, but hopefully there'll be some other things that will make this not seem that crazy, and I'm sure there will be. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and buy my shirts.